What's going on, guys? It's Chris here with Everyday Sports Fan, and it's time to bring you another team that just isn't getting enough love in the national media. So I find it as my job to share with you, the sports fans of the world, about the wonderful University of Troy Trojans football team this season. Alright, so the University of Troy Trojans are having a above average football season this year, and surprisingly might have one of the best records in college football. And you probably don't know about them because they received one vote in the AP Top 25 this week, and they received 10 in the Coaches Poll to even be in the Top 25, yet they're still on the outside looking in, despite being 5-1 and 3-0 in conference. Now I get it, they play in the Sun Belt for those of you that don't know, and the Sun Belt isn't necessarily known for its deep level of competition. However, something most of you might not know is they actually took Clemson to the wire. They lost to, at the time, number 2 Clemson 30-24. That is a 6-point game. And I know Clemson has had their fair share of a couple shaky games, but the reason you think that is because the Troy Trojans set the tone for that this season by, in the second week of the season, giving Clemson all they could handle and more. At Death Valley, by the way. I mean, I guess you wouldn't assume Clemson would go play in Troy, Alabama. Which, by the way, that is why it's the Troy Trojans, is because they play in Troy, Alabama. Fun fact. Another key win they've had that doesn't look quite as good anymore as it did when they first had it was they had a big win, 37-31, at Southern Miss, immediately following the game against Clemson, which, you know, it was big at the time because Southern Miss looked good, and so it's still a good quality win because it's against an out-of-conference team, so you can never devalue out-of-conference wins. However, the road for them is not going to be entirely easy the rest of the way out. They do have some big games coming up for the Sun Belt, and anything can happen in the Sun Belt, and that's what you got to realize. How good this team really is, we might not know. They could lose, the next 6 games, not go to a bowl. I just don't see it happening when they're 1 away. They have a big game coming up on the 12th of November against Appalachian State, who, yes, as many of you know, is the App State that beat Michigan in 2006. Good team, really good team. Has done great since coming up to Division I. They also have a game against Arkansas State, which isn't quite, the Red Wolves aren't playing like they're used to playing and what people expect from them. But it's still going to be a tough game because it's a conference team that's seen Troy a bunch. And they actually have the all-time record on Troy. They've beaten Troy 9 times and only lost to them 5 times in the series. They also have a big game to close out their season at Georgia Southern, which is also a good football team that's not necessarily playing the type of brand of football you're used to seeing Georgia Southern play. They really surprised the Sun Belt world with how well they had played the previous 2 seasons. And no one's to say that they won't find that stride here late in the season. And then when it's at their house late in the year, possibly for a bowl bid, Georgia Southern's going to give Troy everything they have. So they do have 3 games that kind of build them some steam. Now the real question, is it enough to get them to a group of 5 major New Year's Bowl? Probably not. You obviously would most likely take Houston over them, even with Houston's 1 loss, and possibly with a 2nd loss if Houston had it. They just kind of play in a tougher conference. Same goes for Boise State. With 2-loss Boise State team might even get looks over Troy. And that's not necessarily to say it's fair. Obviously, as we just showed, the coaches actually gave them 10 votes to be in the top 25 this week, and the media gave them 1. So it's kind of biased in that who is the Troy Trojans? Who is going to select them to represent the group of 5 in a major bowl? But, they went out and just put up some nasty numbers the rest of the way. You never know. There's always a chance. Navy could stumble. There are teams ahead of them. Western Michigan, obviously, our last week's team needs some love. I don't see it happening. However, I think this team's going to go to a bowl and will be setting up well for the future. So if you're looking at the program, so I did a little history. So This program has only been a D1 program since 2001. So that means they're playing their 15th or 16th year in Division I football, and they have 5 conference championships, all of which were in the Sun Belt, which, 33% of the time is not a bad number to win your conference championship. In fact, it's a great amount of times to win it. And the fantastic thing about that was it was 5 years in a row. They won from '06 to 2010. All those seasons, Troy won the Sun Belt. The 5 bowl games. They're 2-3 in their bowl games. But the good news is, traditionally the winner of the Sun Belt tends to go to the now RL Carriers New Orleans Bowl, in which the team has its 2 bowl wins and has been to 3 separate appearances. However, currently it's projected they'll be going to the Camellia Bowl, which exactly no one quite knows where that is. Well, I looked it up. It's in Montgomery, Alabama. And so obviously for Troy, that makes sense. It's right down the road for them. Good for the alumni. The Sun Belt has a tie-in, so it's easy for them to get that spot. And so it's kind of one of those program bowls where it's setting the standard that your program is going to start going to bowls. So you don't necessarily want them to be traveling and get that whole bowl experience. You want them to just win their first bowl so they think it's fun and that you can show your alumni you're going to be there and you ride in the next season, and then you can start taking your trips. People forget, Boise State played so many of their first bowls in the, whatever the sponsor was, Humanitarian Bowl, at Bronco Stadium in Boise, Idaho. And look what that has turned into. 3 or 4 BCS bowl appearances, all of which are wins. So it's not a bad idea to, when you first start getting in bowls, to play close to home, get the excitement around being in a bowl, and then showing them the experience once they're more of a veteran team and they're used to that. Right now, they aren't used to being in a bowl game, so it's better to keep them in town and almost make it feel like a home game, but they're used to playing outside of the regular season, and they get those extra practices, which in college football are so incredibly crucial. Some key statistics for the team right now. This team has 7 different players with a rushing touchdown. That's absurd. You do the math. Maybe you have 4 running backs that touch the ball. Quarterback scores. There's 2 other guys, wide receivers, backup quarterback. They have so many different guys that have found a way to get a touchdown. It's the fact that you never know who they're going to give the ball to in the red zone or anywhere around the goal line. They have 7 players who have been proven that they can get the ball into the end zone. Then you look at the receivers. They have 9 different people that have caught a touchdown pass. You go back to that. Call it 5, 6, 7 receivers you're using. Then you got your 2 running backs, but it means literally every single person on their team can score. Pretty much between their running backs and their wide receivers and their quarterbacks. Everybody can either run or catch or obviously throw a touchdown. That's all you can ask for out of your offense. And they do it at an alarming rate with just about as balanced of an effort as you can, have. They literally don't have a go-to guy. If they did, it's probably going to be the 2 wide receivers, DeAndre Douglas and Emmanuel Thompson. They're both sitting there with around high 300s, low 400s in yards apiece. Both have 4 touchdown catches. That's kind of, if the quarterback's going to pick someone to go to, that is kind of the go-to right now. And then obviously the running game has been phenomenal. They have a running back named Jordan Chun. Huge. He's 6'1", 227 pounds. That is, if you go by listed weight, bigger than Marshawn Lynch. That is a beast to bring down. That is a linebacker running the ball at you. It's not a little 5'9", 189-pound guy. This guy can straight truck a safety. And, this program has some success at winning. For those of you that don't know, a couple fun facts that I'm going to end this teams that you should love this week with. They have had 2 players that I guarantee almost every football fan that watches the NFL will sort of. In 2005, a man named let me review that. A Super Bowl champion named DeMarcus Ware was drafted in the first round, 11th overall from Troy. And as you could tell, that is before they went on this run. He helped build the 5-in-a-row Sun Belt championships. Then they have another guy named O.C. Omenyiora, who played for the New York Giants. Second round pick in 2003. That means he was on the team before they were even D1. That's how deep this program goes in recruiting. They got O.C. before they were even a Division I school, and they got DeMarcus Ware, who is a stud, before they were even winning conference championships. So this team has the ability to attract star players, maybe once generational players. Obviously, it was a one defensive line in the early 2000s, but yet here they are at 5-1, 3-0, and no one in the media is talking about them because they play in arguably the worst Division I conference. But I mean, they beat Southern Miss, who beat an SEC team. They almost beat Clemson, who's an ACC team and a national championship representative a year removed. So all I'm saying is they probably won't go to a Group of 5 bowl, but this team deserves some love. 5-1, 3-0. I think they finish the year strong. I think they're going to finish 10-2. And, I think it depends on what bowl game they go to. I think if they go to New Orleans or they actually do this Montgomery, Alabama Camellia Bowl, I could see them winning. If for some reason they end up somewhere else, I just, who knows. Either way, regular season is what's important from these guys. They're going to have double-digit wins, and they're going to get extra practices because they're going to a bowl game. So really, this team in 2017, you should keep on your radar. If they're on your non-conference schedule right now, Boise State, I would be a little bit afraid because the Troy Trojans have got it going right now. Anyways, that's all I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you did. Also, more importantly, hit the subscribe button. It's a big red button that should be like right here. So go click that. Leave a comment down below on who you think isn't getting enough love nationally in the media right now, and maybe I'll just cover a video on them. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.